In the quilting menu, letter D, we have two options for machine applique stitches or blanket stitches. Number 3 and number 31. Let's go ahead and go through some of the differences here. Number 3 is a stitch that's going to go 2 stitches forward and 1 stitch in. And what we're also going to do is, since this foot comes with the machine, we're going to go ahead and use the clear foot that is completely open so you can see where you're going. Let's get started. With the clear foot on the machine, we're going to be able to see every part of the fabric that we're working with. So as you lower down the presser foot, you can kind of line that up with the place where the needle is going to stitch. Now this is stitch number 3. Let's go ahead and get it started so we can see if we need to make it bigger or bigger, wider, deeper, that type of thing. It all depends on the size of project you're actually going around. Now I'm seeing that the bite is not very deep here based on how thick my fabric is. I'm going to set it so the needle stops down, which it is. We're going to make this a little bit wider. You'll want to test this out on your project as you get started here, and then we can kind of see where it's going to go. Oh, I'm liking the way that's stitching. And then of course, when you go to pivot, make sure your needle's on the right side of the stitch for pivoting. Turn that around, take a few stitches, pivot, and away we can go around this. Now, anytime you get to where there's corners, you definitely want to just keep your patience and take your time as you go around, utilizing that lovely lift of the foot each time you stop sewing. There's the stitch on the right. Ooh, I love the way that is. Now, if you'd like it to look a little bit thicker, let's go ahead and go to that other stitch here, number 31. Now, when you stitch here, the needle's going to start, so I'm going to lift up the presser foot. There we go. And the needle's going to start out here on the outside right side of the foot. You almost want to say that it's right justified. So you're going to use the inside of this toe as kind of your guide as you go around. Now, as this stitches, you're going to find that this stitch is going to bite 2 times into the fabric. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to take a stitch forward, stitch back, and then stitch forward. And then it's going to bite again. So this is something you're going to need to kind of get the rhythm for, because there's only a couple places you want to actually stop to pivot your fabric to really get the best look out of this stitch. Because if you stop, let's see here, you definitely don't want to pivot when you're inside, but as you come back out, that's a good time to pivot. But make sure that you're not pivoting when it's on the backward stroke, because then it won't line up with the forward stitch that's going along here. Noticing that sometimes here I'm taking a half a stitch. I'm just tapping my toe a single time at the top, and I can get a half a stitch. So I can stop exactly where I want it to be. There we go. Maybe if I want to go ahead and lengthen this out a little bit, make it a little bit longer, a little bit wider, you kind of want to do it in the same proportion. So it was at 3 wide and 3 long. Now it's at 4 wide and 4 long. Let's go ahead, maybe 4.5, 4.5, so we really see the difference here. It's going to kind of overpower this particular little tiny shape, but I think you'll really like the results here. Back and forward. There's the pivot place. Good. And then a pivot there. Now, when you get to the little dip, like in a part like this, I'm right where I need to. I'm going to go ahead and stitch in, and back, and then pivot all the way around. Isn't that gorgeous how that's going to turn out there? All right, this should give us an idea. We'll just go ahead. If I need to lock right there, that's where the fix button's going to come in beautifully. It's going to go ahead and lock right at that point, and then you can use the selective thread cutter to go ahead and get that cut. All right, and see how pretty that is we made it first with the smaller stitches, and then with the little bit deeper, longer stitches. You can manipulate the stitches to be exactly what you want it to be and where you want it to go, and you're going to love the clear foot that comes with your machine.